Chelsea fans, this is Up Chelsea TV. So let's dive straight into it. So in this video, we'll be reviewing the Chelsea versus Ajax Champions League fixture. For me, Maguire must start going into this game. I don't want to see any excuses. I don't want to see any lineup without Maguire starting, because we've seen in the last two games where he's had some minutes. The game versus Liverpool, he came on some bits in second half. Same thing for the game versus Nottingham Forest. You saw what he brought to the table. You saw what he brings to the table. What he can indeed bring, to the team, especially with Cole Palmer out, and for some reason, Maresca's reluctance to play Estevao Williams in that 10 role behind the striker, and for some weird reason, we're hearing all this talk that João Pedro is not a striker per se. His favored role is behind the striker or whatever. Now, if that is true, if that is correct, if that's what we are to believe right now, because I can remember vividly and clearly when Nicholas Jackson was about to leave Chelsea, and the question was put to Enzo Maresca. He said he had two strikers. He had Liam Delap and he had João Pedro. But now, all of a sudden, it's like he's backtracking. But that's a different discussion for another day. Maguire must start. We see what he brings. His pressure, constant pressure, always occupies, the centre back pairing of teams that Chelsea come against. So he must start, and he is a decent finisher as well. It's just that these chances haven't been created for him. So hopefully João Pedro can dip into his creative bag and then create some chances for him as well. So I want to see him start. So going into this game, Chelsea must win this game. Won against Benfica, lost to Bayern Munich now. So it's a bit tricky making it into that top 8. So you must go into this game versus Ajax and win, and not just win, but win convincingly. You can even hopefully win with a hefty margin, maybe a 5-goal margin, 6-goal margin, if that's at all possible. But from what we saw, in the last in the games played yesterday, PSG smashing Bayer Leverkusen 7-2. PSV slapping the senses out of Napoli 6-2. So goals were just a wash yesterday. So hopefully Chelsea can dip into that bag, borrow some juice from those teams and put Ajax on the sword. Ajax will not be easy. Of course, they'll play their game. They want to play their total football type of thing. But I think that's a game that Chelsea can win if the game is approached correctly. I will still give Garnacho an opportunity again in this game, and also people have, gone on to say he didn't play well against Nottingham Forest. Let's be honest, in the first half, nobody really played that well, in my own humble opinion. Now, so for starting lineup, what I would go with a left back, Cucurella. No one benches him right now. Joao Hato can come off the bench. Now, when it comes to the centre back pairing, that's where I'll shake things up a bit. Josh Achiampong for me will start again. He has to start again because he's shown that, he's meant to be at this level. He's a young kid, a young man. He's meant to be at this level. He's shown it. Chalobah, not so much in my opinion. So I would give Tosin an immediate start. He's back from injury, so start him immediately alongside Josh Achiampong. And then at right back, of course, Reece James will start. Whether or not he spends the rest of his days in midfield, I don't know, but he should start for me at right back. I really don't want to see Gusto at in midfield. You're just ruining him. Maresca is ruining him, and everyone, Chelsea fans, just sitting by and watching it happen. And you blame him for performing badly when he's being played out of position. I don't quite understand it. I've asked this question on this channel and on other channels as well. What is the benefit? What is this, undeniable benefit that you get from playing Malo Gusto, one of a very, very good young right back in midfield? What is that, benefit you get? Because I don't see anything. It's only marginal, if any. Because for me, I would go in that midfield either Andre Santos and Caicedo, or Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. That's what I would go with in midfield. And then if João Pedro is playing behind the striker, as I mentioned earlier on, that's fine. So he occupies that 10-ish role. And then you also have Garnacho on the left hand side and maybe Estevao William on the right hand side. Give Pedro Neto a rest, given that he ran himself into the to the ground, in the game in the Premier League fixture versus Nottingham Forest. So that's what I'll be going with. And for a score prediction, I want to know what you think about the scoreline and what you think will be the scoreline and what you think about this starting 11. So put it in the comment section. So for score predictions, I'll be going for a 2-0 victory. I know 6-goal margin will be wonderful, 10-goal margin even, but for me, just get a win, get a comfortable win, and then move on to the next one. So if you get a win, so that's 6 points, on the bounce, and then you prepare for the next Premier League game. So put us an opinion on the game. I want to know what you think about it, what you feel about Maguire starting. For me, he must start. He brings that pressure, he brings legs, he brings energy, he occupies centre backs, and I tell you, if you create opportunities for him, I think he will score. Now, just before we end the video, there is a striker that he's hitting form right now for his club in Brazil, Palmeiras. Of course, I've not heard any concrete links linking Chelsea to him, but the moment I saw this play, I saw him first when he was, I think I forgot the club he was at previously, but he was very, very good. He reminded me of R9. Now, don't get me wrong, nobody can be R9, but he showed me some vibes, power, skill, pace, which is a very rare combination in a player or in players these days. And then he went to Barcelona. I think that was way too early, and the coaches didn't use him rightly. He's gone back to Palmeiras. He scored 14 goals or thereabout, so he's on top form. I think I wouldn't mind if Chelsea, takes a gamble on him. I think that would be calculated gamble. Take a gamble on him, and let's see what he can do in January. But for now, we'll go with Maguire, and let me know your opinions about the game, and I'll see you after the game for a review, and hopefully it will be off the back of a Chelsea win. So do have a splendid rest of your day until Chelsea play. Stay well, stay blessed. Bye bye.